Hello and welcome to CICD Test. As you all know, the whole course is there for free on YouTube for you to learn and excel in software testing. But if in case you are facing any difficulties in cracking the interviews, then we have come up with a complete new approach for interview preparation. So over here, we have the interview preparation Java plus Selenium batch. This is a live batch for 2 months. The course duration is going to be for 2 months. This is going to give you a complete boost in your confidence, as confidence is simply a byproduct of the knowledge that you have. Now to support this, we have our mock interviews from industry experts. We have a pool of manual and automation testing experts from the industry, and we will all come to cater you the best ever experience of a mock interview session. We are also going to provide you a detailed report of this interview session, wherein you will be able to identify what are the areas that you have to focus and what are your strong areas, so that you can lead your interview in the same direction as per your knowledge. The number of interviews that we are going to cover in this mock interviews package for 3,000 only is 2. So we are going to conduct 2 mock interviews, one mock interview to understand where you stand today, and the second interview will be conducted once you are ready with all the gaps covered as advised as a review of your first interview. Nevertheless, keep watching and learning for free. Happy learning, all the best. Okay, so in the last class we have discussed about the data types, right? So what is, let's today discuss about the operators. Okay, like I said, no spaces will be allowed. See, no spaces will be allowed. This is not a valid entry. So, and it should start with the small letter and then operators in. So whatever word you are going to start, just give a camel casing to it. Okay, now operators in Java. Okay, I'm going to click on this particular checkbox so that my main method will be declared as soon as it generates a new class. Okay, so this is where we have to code. Okay, so don't worry guys, we are going to talk about the main method and the methods hierarchy, how you're going to handle your custom methods and main methods, that we are going to cover in the next section. So don't worry about it. We have to definitely go in a sequence so that it is easier for you to understand things. Today we are going to cover operators. So there is a catch. Okay, so there is one operator which is okay. So there is one operator which is what? Which is addition operator. Okay, this operator. So guys, today's class is going to be a little interactive. There will be classes wherein you have to sit down and relax and listen whatever is told on the screen. So this session is about a little interaction with you. Okay, so I'll be asking you questions while we are going to learn. So just make sure that you participate. Okay, so pay attention to this particular topic, guys. So the addition sign. Okay, this addition sign has different behavior with string and integer, or whatever, like integer family, like if it is long or it is short or it is byte. So the whole integer family I'm talking about. Okay, now then also it has some different behavior when it is done with character. Okay, so we are going to discuss this as our first topic in this class. So let's do one thing. Let's define a string. So string is a class in Java. Okay, guys, this is also an interview question. Is string a data type or is it's a class? So it's not a primitive data type. It's a class in Java. Okay, so let's say I am giving string s1. Let's say hello world. Okay, and I am. So guys, one more thing. I guess I have told you this in the previous session, but I'm repeating it again. So in Java, if you have to, Eclipse is supporting us with this because it's not a feature of Java, it's a feature of Eclipse. Okay, it's an editor. Eclipse is an editor wherein we are writing our Java code, right? So syso and you press control space, it is going to give you the whole print command automatically. Okay, now what you have to do is you have to print S1. Okay, now I am going to ask you the output. Okay, so now here it is very much clear what will be the output. The output would be hello world. See, it is printing hello world. Okay, now let's take another string. Okay, string s2 is equals to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this hello world into two strings. Okay, hello world into two strings. Now here it's just hello, and here it is hello world with the space. Okay, hello world with the space. There is one space over here. Okay, now if I want to concatenate, okay, this is when we talk about the plus operator with the string, what it is called? It is called concatenation. Okay, now this concatenation, what it does is it simply adds two string one after the other. Okay, now let's say I am again doing sys out for s1 plus s2, then it is going to give me what? Hello space world, right? So this is what concatenation is all about. I mean, if you will use the plus operator with a string, it is only going to add two strings one after the other. Okay, now if I run this, see, it is printing hello world. This hello is coming from this statement, guys. Why? Because I have deleted world in front of it. Okay, quite simple, easy peasy. Okay, now if I do int a, okay, now we are going to see it with integers. Int a is equals to, let's say, 10. Okay, and let's say int b I have defined as, let's say, 50. Okay, now if I sys out this, okay, if I sys out this, which is a plus b, then what will be the answer? Of course, it is going to add this, right? So what would be the answer? If I ask you the same thing in the chat box, what would be the answer of line number 22? What would be the answer over here? Anyone? Anyone? What would be the output? What would be the output of this line number 22? Anyone? 60, 60. Great. Very good. Bhargav and Manju are participating. Great. So now this is what you have to understand, guys. It is going to give us 60 for sure. Okay, you are right in this. Now let's play this game. Okay, so sys o, okay, what I'm going to do is a plus b, the similar thing that I've done above. Now I'm going to add s1 and s2 to it. Okay, now what will be the final output for this line number 24? Please tell me in the message box. What would be the line? What would be the output for line number 24? Anyone? Anyone, guys? A plus B, and then S1, then S2. 60 plus hello world. 60 plus hello world. Okay. Okay. Manju, try and keep it right, exactly the same output that it is going to come over here. Okay. You have to keep it the same output because your hello world has H small and W also small, and here we have printed it big. So that's okay, but then why you are giving plus over here? Because the output is not going to have plus. See, guys, this plus is just an operator. Okay, it is not going to print in the output. Okay, this plus is an operator which is combining these four variables into one. Okay, so the output will be, no error. It won't show an error, Bhargav. It definitely won't show an error. Okay, What it is going to do is it is going to add A and B, and then it is going to add the string values. Okay. So if I now run this, it is going to give me 60. Okay. Just a second. So just in case, guys, you lost it. Okay. I am going to again print it. So just in case, if you will click over here, your console will be, you know, it is going to get disappeared. Okay. Well, how you can get it back? See here, if you can see closely over here, there is a small icon of a PC screen. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to simple click on it and your console will be again opening in front of your eyes. So what is the answer? The output is 60 and hello world. See, the H is big, the W is big, and also there is no plus sign over here. Okay. So this you have to make sure that you understand. Now, in the next line, be with me. Okay. In the next line, if I do this S1 plus S2 plus A plus B, now what will be the output? What will be the output of this line? Can someone tell me over here? Anyone? Hello world 60. Okay. 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 Anyone else? Okay. So let me tell you guys, this is not going to behave the same way that it was behaving here. Okay. It is not going to behave in the same way. What it is going to do is it is first going to, add hello to this. Okay. Just a second. Okay. So it is going to first add hello and then space and then world. Okay. Now what it is going to do is now see carefully, guys. If you are going to add up any integer family number with the string, then it is going to add it as concatenation. Okay. See, here it was a string. Okay. And here again, this one is also a string. So how concatenation worked? It simply picked this and it also picked this one, and then it has added both values one after the other. Similarly, here also hello and then space and then world, and then also it is going to simply add over here what it is going to add 10 and it is going to add 50 over here. This is how it is going to work. So if you have started your whole expression of sysout of your print command, if you have started it with a string value and you have added a integer family into it, okay, then it is going to act as concatenation only. Okay. For that purpose, if you want this to be added, for that purpose you have to add bracket to this. So S1 S2 plus, and then in bracket you have to add A plus B, and then you have to close the both brackets and then semicolon. So this is how it is going to give us the output which Manju has shared. I guess he has mentioned over in the chat. So this output we are going to get, Manju. How? We are going to get if we add a little bracket over here. Then only it is going to act like that. Okay. So if we simply check this, see what it is giving us. Hello world 10 and 15. It is behaving like concatenation, right? Now, if I do this, okay, if I simply pick the same thing and I am going to paste it over here, and after this plus sign, what I'm doing is I'm giving bracket to this A plus B. Another inside bracket to this bracket, I am going to give to A plus B. Now it is going to give us the output that was mentioned by Manju. See? So this is how it works. Okay, so we have seen it with the string, we have seen it with int. It similarly works for long as well, or double as well. So let's go with the flow, and let's go with floating family. We have done one example using the integer family. Let's go with floating family now. Okay, now in this, let's say I have double and float. We have discussed in the yesterday's session that double and float are from the floating family. Now double, let's say D1, we have what? Anything 23.7853738. Okay, so we have this number over here for double. Okay, now let's take another double D2, which will be, let's say, 45.876. Okay, now this is another figure for double. Okay, now what we have to do? Simply sys okay, D1 plus D2. What it is going to do? It is going to give us a sum of these two, right? So let's see if it is really giving us. See, it is giving us the sum of these two. Okay, now in the next line, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do sys okay, take your time, take your time. Just tell me the answer for this one. S1 plus S2 plus A plus B plus D1 plus D2. Okay, take your time and just give me an answer of this. Line number 37. What would be the answer for this? Sys out S1 plus S2, A plus B, D1 and D2. What would be the answer of this? Anyone? Can anyone take the courage to write the output for line number 37 in the chat box? Okay, we have one answer from Manjunath, which says, hello world 105023.738 and then 45.876. Perfect. That's the perfect answer, Manju. See, it is giving us this. Okay, we changed it. It's giving us hello plus hello. Okay, I have used S1 over here. That's a small mistake. Okay, hello world it is going to print, guys. See, okay. I have added S1 instead S2 over here earlier. So this was the expected. Now, if I say I do this, I mean, say I write this out and I say value for B, or let's say value for A is, and then I give a semicolon. Okay, and then with this, what I do is I concatenate the value of A. Okay, now what it is going to print? Can anyone tell? Bhargav, you were participating. I would like if you participate here as well. So what would be the answer for line number 39 in this case? Anyone? Anyone, guys? Okay, let me let's not invest more time into this. Okay, let me simply run this. See, it is going to concatenate 10 with this one. Okay, now in the next line, if I do this, that the value for the same thing, the value for B is, I concatenate the value and see the value what it is coming. It is coming out to be 50. Quite simple, right? Very simple it is. Okay. Now, if you have understood this, then you tell me what would be the, you know, answer or the output for sum. Okay. So what I do A plus B and then, okay, not here, plus A and plus B. Okay. Now what will be the output in line number 43? This you have to tell, guys. If you have understood everything so far, you have to tell this. Okay. What would be the answer? Okay. Okay. So Bhargav and Manju, you both are incorrect. See, what happens is, like I said, this, see, A plus B and A plus B. This is in bracket, right? That is the reason why it is doing sum. And what is S1 and S2? They are ultimately string values only. Okay. Now here I haven't used a variable for a string. I have hard coded a variable. I have hard coded the string output. Okay. Now I have not used bracket over here. See, I have not used bracket over here. So it is not going to sum. It is not going to provide the sum of this. Okay. So this is again a string concatenated with a number and then again with a number. So whenever the, the println command, whenever it is going to start with integer, and then it is adding another integer or any in the other integer family, and then it is adding a string value. Okay, then it is going to add them. Okay, why? Because it works in a way. See, the Java program goes from left to right and top to bottom. Okay, from left to right and top to bottom. So what happens is, when it was here, see, when it was, just a second, okay, when it was in line number 24, okay, here, what it was doing is, it was going from left to right. So when it came into this bracket, what happened was that it first found A and then it found B. So it added these two numbers. Okay. Then in this example, in line number 26, it first found S1 and S2. So it concatenated these numbers and then it found an integer which is A. So it again concatenated it. So the behavior is different when it starts with integer and behavior is different when it starts with a string. Okay. So what you have to do, if you have to really see, this is a complete string value. And then we have added this and then we have used this without the bracket this time. So it is not going to add it. Okay. This is what I was telling you. It is not going to add this. Okay. Now what you have to do, you have to, in the next line, you can simply get this. Okay. Okay. Now, if I add bracket over here, then it is going to give us the same output that you were mentioning in the chat box. Okay, see, see. Now, see. Okay, see. Earlier it was 1050. Now it is 60. Okay, so I hope this is clear now. Okay, just a second, guys. Okay, so this was about it. Now let's understand it with characters. Okay, now let us understand it with characters. So guys, just do a little practice. You'll be able to understand. It's not a rocket science thing or something like that. It's completely simple, Java. So what happens is, you will face these kind of questions in the interviews, and it is quite embarrassing when not able to answer in the interviews regarding these small questions. So it is better that you get embarrassed over here and not get embarrassed in the interview, right? So it is, no one is going to judge you on something. Okay. So it is okay. You do not know something, that is the reason you are here, right? And I'm here to make you understand things which is not easily understandable over the net, right? So this is the difference in coaching and self learning. Now, what is the thing that we are going to do is we are going to use a character, okay, a character which is C1, and this will be, let's say, with the single quotes, we are going to give one character which is A. Okay. Now there is another character, okay, which is C2. Now this is B. Okay, quite simple to understand. Okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm giving sys out, okay, sys out, and I'm concatenating again C1. Okay, before that, if I do this, it is going to give me, see, it's going to give me A, the letter A. The similar fashion, if I do for this, it is going to give me B, right? For C2, see, it is giving me B. Okay. Now, in the next line, if I, concatenate C1 with C2, okay, what would be the answer? You tell me. What would be the answer? For line number 55, what would be the answer? What could be the right output for line number 55? This one. Okay, AB, AB. Okay. It is not a problem, guys. Why I'm asking you again and again is because I want you to pay your attention whenever you are wrong in anything. Dev Narayan. Okay, AB. So this is not going to happen. Okay. Yesterday I have told you, I've given you one SKY chart, right? I am again sharing it with you in the message box. See, okay, this is the SKY chart. If you go over here, I am simply clicking on it and I am reaching over here. See, guys, this is the complete SKY chart for characters. Yesterday I have told you that the ASCII character will begin, the limit for or the range for ASCII character will begin from 0 to 127. So these are all the ASCII characters that are defined. Okay, so what is defined with 0? You have to only see this DEC and the final value. So what is defined with 0? Null. Similarly, capital A to capital Z is defined from 65 to 90. But what we have used here, we have used A over here, the small a. This is not a capital A. So what would be the ASCII value for capital A? The ASCII value for capital A is 97. And ASCII value for capital, no, this is not a capital A. So for small a, 97, and small b, 98. Right? So the ASCII value for this is 97 and the ASCII value for this is 98. Okay. Like I said in the very beginning, the behavior is different with string, the integer, and the characters. So when you talk about the characters, it is going to add the ASCII value, the plus operator. It is going to add the ASCII value. Okay. Now let's see if it is really giving us the addition. See, 97 plus 98 is what? It's 195. So this is how it works. So in the interview, they are going to ask you, they are going to confuse you in a way that what exactly is C1 plus C2 if I'm using character values over here, right? So these kind of questions are made to, check your knowledge in Java and whether you are really comfortable with the basics in Java. Okay. So this is how you do it. Okay. So this is the basic difference.